Hello, this is Spidey 1958, and welcome to my Pathfinder Kingmaker Let's Play Episode 2. Let's go ahead and adjust down the sound here. I don't think there's regular sounds like some of the other stuff, but let's just make sure it's a little bit quieter. Okay. Last time we had the nymph talk to us and give us some more clues, so let's go down here. And let's wander over and talk to Cephalana. Good day, I hope you're feeling alright after the battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What do you want to ask me? This is a very personal request and maybe not important enough for your time. I completely understand if you say no. But the first time the Stag Lord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, the ring in his hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I misheard something or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Savannah drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There's one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I'd be happy to help, Savannah. And the rest of it will go. I don't want to get into too much text and stat. And if you don't want me to read it, that's fine. I'd be perfectly happy with that. Okay, so let's sell junk. Hello. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Rostov looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through that soup, not even with the torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumor says he deals with all kinds of bad magic. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Do you know anything that would help me find him? That's quite a task you've set yourself on. The Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret, and with the fog hanging around, I imagine it will be even harder to find. I suppose you could try to follow the trail of those bandits who attacked the post before. Their tracks are still fresh enough, last I saw. Might lead you to the fortress, or at least back to someone who might be able to tell you about it. Sounds like a reasonable plan. Let's show me your wares, Oleg. Nothing too good for such a good person. Okay, we want to keep that, and let's see. Non-magical. So what do we want to keep of this? So don't want the long sword, don't need that. We'll keep bow. And the crossbow. And let's keep another bow. Yoo-hoo. I got two short swords, so I should be okay there. Studded leather. I think the rest of this we can sell. And let's go ahead and I'm not going to worry about cooking weird stuff, so we'll go ahead and sell these. And we'll sell this. And yes, we're even going to sell the potatoes. That should be everything. So that gives us about 1,000 to work with. So armor I think is most important. So I am currently wearing scale now. And I can wear any armor. So I could buy half plate, which would mean armor class 8. For max dexterity of 0. Which means I wouldn't get any of my dexterity bonus. So that means that I'd be the same armor class I am currently. Okay. We don't have the money for full plate. Full plate actually would get to keep one of my dexterity. So banded would let me... So with my +3 dexterity, I'm the same armor class. So we won't worry about that. So what do you have? You're currently wearing hide. You can wear pretty much anything. Can you actually pretty much wear anything? I think that's wrong. I think that is wrong. Character. Is it abilities? Yeah, abilities. Weapon proficiency, light armor, medium armor. So they can wear, she can wear anything that's medium armor. Okay. And he can wear anything that's medium armor. And she can wear anything that's light armor. Okay. So let's go back here. Show me your wares. So, does it say here? It doesn't bother to say here if it's medium or... Well, I know chainmail is medium because he's wearing chainmail. So it has to be medium. So let's buy chainmail. Fine, we'll do it that way. And I think hide is light. So we'll keep your hide armor. For the bard. Then I think we're basically, that will cover us on armor. So let's go to weapons. And see if they have a Masterwork short sword and if I can afford it. Masterwork short sword. Okay. That leaves us 473. And so we have enough that we could get him a Masterwork. That's a light mace. We need a heavy mace. Okay. So that should get our equipment a little bit better here. So we're going to go ahead and put a bow. Oh, looks like I already have a bow in my secondary slot. A longbow. But let's replace that with a composite longbow. I don't think there's any really much difference, but... And then we'll go ahead and replace that with that. And give them a longbow. A composite longbow. And already has a chain shirt, so... Which is, I think, the heaviest armor for light. And he's already got chainmail. But we'll give him... the Masterwork Heavy Mace, and for a secondary weapon we'll give him a crossbow, because you should always have a bow. And then I forgot to swap out one of my short swords. For a Masterwork short sword. So now I have +6 in that hand and +5 in that one. And we'll go ahead and put the Cloak of Resistance on the Barrenness. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and sort these. So we have 8 rations. We need 6 if we camp, so we're okay for camping. I think we're ready to go. So what we need to do is run out here. And go to the map. We get to choose who's in our group. We only have 4 and 6 slots, so loading, load. Okay, this is the overland map. It's sort of interesting and you get to explore it. Now we see right here we have that ford, which is the only thing I think that's marked on the map at this point. And this one road is marked. So we'll click here and we go to this intersection which says the directions we can go. And I think we want to go this way. And we had an encounter. And this was, we couldn't evade it, so it took us straight into the encounter without us having to click anything. So we meet this jittery old man in squalid clothing. Strange weather, invisible fog, creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. Amira doesn't like this old man. Looks like the kind who can cast an evil eye. She's a little superstitious. I ask, who are you? Remus, but that won't help with the fog. Okay. What are you doing here? I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. The old man wipes his hand across his face and sighs wearily. But someone must look and no one else can. Invisible fog, does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. Okay, I think this guy's a little crazy. I don't have time to listen to old fool's nonsense. Be gone. Bold dog barks loud when cunning one readies to bite. Cunning short but stubborn. He is now in an ancient tomb that lies south of the trading post, searching for the great power that once gave joy and now brings only death. You don't want any nonsense, then you'll hear sobs and screams, your own ones. So let's go to our journal. I think I didn't show you the journal. There's a rival called Tartusino, and apparently he's at the ancient tomb. And we also here have our main quest, which right now is to find the bandit camp. And then there's the one for the ring. So they're actually quite interesting to read because they're written by the bard, as if written by the bard. So, but I don't want to spend the entire time reading. So as you see, sometimes random encounters aren't so random. Okay, so the ancient tomb is over here. Okay. So how do I get here? I may have gone the wrong way. Now we have the option to fight or evade. Let's go ahead and evade this one. Apparently that leads to Blackberry Meadow. Well, maybe this will get us where we're going. We'll evade again. I mean, I probably should be fighting him for experience, but occasionally you get encounters that are awfully rough to handle. So now we should be able, this should be where the bandit camp is. So let's go ahead and enter the location. And let's go ahead and put ourselves in stealth mode. It means we'll move slower, but we'll make a little less noise. Now most of us aren't stealthy, so it won't be a big difference. But here you can see the water moving through and that. I'm really impressed by the graphics and that. And remember, this is an early alpha, so they'll probably only get better from here. I think the camp is back this way, someplace. There it is. A curious Innsmort? I'm not here to listen to your complaints or your crazy plans, Kressel. We cannot fight Restrom. We'll leave Germandi's messenger alone and follow your orders. You probably haven't even burned down that old house the Stag Lord seems to hate so much. Is the Stag Lord just going to hide in the fog forever? If we don't show them our strength, they'll think this land belongs to them. When are we going to do something worthwhile? Something more than just stealing from the spineless hogs. Damn. Ah, you must be the guest from Restrom. Well, I always have preferred to solve things face to face. I am Achaeus Innsmort, the Stag Lord's right hand. We should talk. And just what do you want to talk about? I'm sure you've heard many stories of the Stag Lord and his people. You probably think we're flesh-eating madmen. We're nothing of the sort, I assure you. We're essentially what want the same as those who sent you. Ownership of this land and the right to take payment from those who live and work here. The stolen lands aren't part of Brevany, despite what anyone may think. My commander has as much right to this land as Jamandi Aldori. I personally forbade Kressel's people from harming the owners of the trading post. They paid on time and worked dutifully, at least until you showed up and disturbed things. But despite that, does this really need to end in violence? Restov is too far away to be able to effectively control these lands, and I don't want to lose any of my people. So please, leave the Stag Lord be and leave in peace. So I can't do that one because you need a specific alignment. So I could do good law, or chaotic good, or neutral. Do I want to talk? Nah, I want to rule these lands, and I won't get that from talking. So let's go chaotic good. I shall stop the Stag Lord and the evil he commits. Noble intentions, how familiar. Enough talk. You won't make it to the Stag Lord. Rest off, bootlicker. Just what we needed, Kressel. Stand down. Well, do whatever you wish, but I know I won't be helping you. Okay, now we're in combat. So I wonder if this is the woman using two axes. That's a bandit, that's a bandit, that's a bandit, and that's a bandit. So let's first of all have you kick off your song. And let's have you run after this person. Let's have you run after that person. Let's have Mr. Cleric help me on this person. And go! And killed me in one blow. Thought they weren't supposed to do critical hits. But it looks like,
Look at me, Golem!
looks like I may be in trouble. So let's go ahead and have you go up and throw one of your cure spells on him. And let's have you go ahead and try to cure yourself. I don't think you have any potions. Nope.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Okay. So let's have you go ahead and kick off your aura there. And let's have you throw... Let's see if we can throw a cure spell on there. Okay, we need you to throw another cure spell on her, and we'll have you throw another cure spell on the Baron.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Well, that's not going so good. So it's all up to our poor little bard. And we're all dead. Well, that didn't go so well. I thought they weren't supposed to do... So we can reload from there. I thought they weren't supposed to be doing criticals, and that one did a critical for 27 hit points and took me right out. So let's go ahead and enter and then check our settings, see if maybe the settings didn't save. Yep, settings didn't save. Let's set that back. And this will, if you click this off, it won't show those what your alignment will change to. So I'm not sure how that got off there, but it did. Okay, let's try this again. That's the problem with the core rules. You can wind up getting lots of stuff. And we'll stick with what we did before. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, let's have you attack this person. Is this guy staying this time? Oh, that could be bad. Let's all just rush this person and have you do your usual singing song. Oh no, he did run off.
I'll survive. I always survive.
She's -7. So if we have her run up and do a cure on this person, and have him go ahead and do an aura. Okay. Let's have Him go ahead and do his aura again. And have her do her cure there.
Okay.
I'm not sure how we reached that guy, but we did. So let's go ahead and see what booty we have. So we've got this one, and this one. Isn't there something over here? So let's go ahead and have our thiefy type run over here. Locked and failed. Unfortunately, when you fail, you can't try to pick the lock again. You only get the one chance. So now I can't pick that lock. Oh, I found clues. That's not a clue, that's a recipe. That's a clue. Oh, so that's the cabin we're looking for. This is the orders to burn it. Use the marker, as soon as you're done with the taxes, use the markers to find an old hut in the woods, burn it to the ground. This is the Stag Lord's wish. So that may have told us where it is, maybe? Let's go ahead and put that scroll down there. And that is a potion of vanish. I'll put that there too. Okay. So, where were we? We were looting. Because everyone likes looting. And there's the wedding ring. 2 axes. So, yeah, the person she was hoping we wouldn't kill, we killed. Okay, is that everything? Except for that. I don't think we have anyone else with trickery, do we? Characters. Abilities. No, that's not what we want. We want summary. So no trickery there. Trickery of 9. No trickery. No trickery. So the bard was our only chance of picking the lock, and the bard failed. I don't know if they can try again after a while or how that works. Okay, so let's all get together again. Nope, that's not what we want. And let's have our friend here kick off some of his auras. I don't like using auras in combat because they heal everybody, including the bad guys. But sometimes they're your only ones. Wow, those are pretty lousy. Well, that's something. So let's switch to spells. Any of the spells, their normal spells for the cleric can be switched to cure spells. That's why it's designed this way. And that's why I didn't have him memorize any actual. And let's go ahead and have our bard use her last spell. And there we go. So let's go ahead and camp. Oh, is that another box? There's another box. Ink pot. Another scroll spell and some gold. So let's see if we can find. We need a big enough spot for laying out our camp. So let's run over here. Oops. And I'll show you how camping works. And then we'll probably call it an episode. So you click on the rest camp, you set up your campsite, then you click on it here, and then you have a manage screen. So people with So if we go to manage here, that's easier to explain it. So for hunting, it's lore, nature, so we'll have her hunt. Camp camouflage. Oh, the problem is our camouflagey person is also our best cook. So let's go ahead and move them here, because that gives us stealth. And that gives us some role for cooking. I'm less worried about cooking. That unfortunately only leaves one person on watch. But what do you do when you only have 4 people? And then they'll wander around, and sometimes there'll be conversations as they're wandering around. But I have to hit begin resting first. Hunters returned empty-handed. Camouflage is successful, so less chance of an encounter, and the cooking works, so it's a nice hearty meal. Okay, and let's go ahead and press F5 here to do a quick save. And we'll call it an episode at this point. So as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the episode, go ahead and give me a dislike, but please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey1958, and have fun playing.